If you're mixing hip hop the same way that you're mixing other styles of music, then you're missing a huge opportunity. Long blends, playing the full track, it doesn't work the same way. When it comes to mixing hip hop, the magic is in the moments. The intro, the hook, the chorus, that is when the crowd reacts. And if you know how to stack these moments back to back, then your set will fly. My name is DJ Blakey and I'm a former DMC champion, and in this video, I'm going to show you a style of hip hop mixing that's all about energy. It's called quick mixing, where instead of playing the full song, you just hit them with the most impactful parts of the track. It keeps the crowd hyped and the momentum constantly moving. And if you do it right, it can make your hip hop sets feel 10 times more exciting. So let's get into it. Mixing hip hop requires a completely different approach to mixing any other genre. Hip hop tracks are not built for those long blends where you EQ very slowly, apply some effects, and mix for 1 or 2 minutes. Hip hop tracks are short and they're punchy, and they're driven by the hook or the chorus. That's the most recognizable part of the track. And in this style of mixing, we're actually going to use the chorus to our advantage. Because when mixing hip hop, the crowd, they want moments. They don't want long drawn out transitions. Quick mixing is about letting the right part of the track play for a short amount of time and then mixing straight into another one. Every track has to have impact, and ideally the crowd has to know the track so that you're giving them a constant supply of big tracks that they know and love. And before they know it, you're into the next one. Nowadays people have short attention spans, and this style of mixing leverages that. When it comes to preparing your hip hop tracks for this style of mixing, it's actually very simple. But if you follow the advice that I'm about to give you regarding setting hot cues on each of the tracks, you're going to be in a perfect position to be able to mix like this with any song in your library at any gig. So let's take this track here on the left deck. We've got Taste by Tiger. Now, as you can see, I've got 2 hot cues set on this track. The first hot cue is set at the first kick drum. And this is where I'm going to mix this track in from. Now this track specifically starts off with those drums, which I already have set at hot cue number 1. And then after that, it goes into the first verse. But for this style of mixing, I actually want to jump to the chorus straight after that intro. And that's why I've set hot cue number 2 right here, right at the beginning of the first chorus. You can get it too. Because what I want to do is I want to mix in this track from that first cue point, and then I want to jump straight to the chorus. And I can do that by simply hitting hot cue 2 at the right moment. If you like, you can also label the hot cues inside Serato. So right here, we can double click on this hot cue and let's call it intro and then press enter. And that has saved that name to that hot cue. This way, you know exactly what each hot cue is by just glancing at your laptop. Inside my Serato, I like to make crates and playlists full of tracks that specifically work with quick mixing. That way, when you're DJing at a hip hop night and the energy is super high, you know that you can go into those quick mixing crates and playlists and keep the energy high for the entire set. You are probably going to need a lot of tracks to mix in this way for an hour or so, but trust me, it's worth it. When you see the reaction that you get back from the crowd and the energy that it builds up, there's no going back. It's easily the best way to mix hip hop at the peak part of a night. And by the way, if you're into this style of hip hop mixing and you want to learn how to do it properly, step by step, then I teach the whole approach inside my brand new hip hop mixing course. It covers cue point strategies, timing, transitions, energy control, and loads more. Hit the link down in the description if you want to check it out. I also like to use stems when I'm quick mixing, but this isn't a necessity. If you're using a controller or a DJ mixer that makes using stems quite easy, like the DDJ Rev 7 here, or the S7 or S9 or S11 mixer, then you can use a pad mode to control stems. I've actually set the sampler pad mode to control stems here in Serato. So now if I change the view inside Serato to stems, you can see that these pads right here now trigger all of the different stems buttons inside Serato. When quick mixing hip hop, I don't go overboard with stems. I mainly use the drums echo out and the vocal echo out. At the end of this video, I'm going to mix 5 tracks very quickly in this style and you'll see how I use stems. It's just a great way of cleaning up your mixes and it just makes everything sound tighter, but it isn't completely necessary. You can totally mix in this way without using stems. Now I like to mix out during the first chorus, not after it. This means that you will carry peak energy straight into the next track. Let me show you what I mean.
I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know. It ain't weird.
And you can hear right there that we've jumped to the chorus of the Tyga track. The moment that the chorus of the Jay-Z track ended, we'd already jumped into the next chorus. And this is exactly the kind of high impact that I'm talking about. It will keep your set fast, clean, and exciting with no energy dips at all. You're basically curating the best moments of each track. Think of it as highlight reel DJing. So now let's see how this actually sounds in action. I'm going to run through 5 big classic hip hop tracks using exactly the method that I've been talking about. Fast transitions, big hooks, and no wasted space. Watch how it keeps the energy high and listen out for where I'm jumping in and out of each track. Let's take a listen.
Don't this hit make my people wanna 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 I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know it ain't where I've been, but where I'm about to go. I just wanna love you, be who I am. And with all this cash, you'll forget your man.
She can get a taste. She can get a taste. Fuck what a nigga say. It's all the same like Mary Kate. She can get a taste. Let you get a taste. Do you let it taste?
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here.
It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
So that is just a small taste of what this technique can do. Inside my hip hop mixing course, I break it all down and much more step by step. How to plan sets like this, choose the tracks, time your transitions, and keep the crowd hyped from start to finish. If you're serious about making your hip hop set stand out, hit the link down in the description to check it out. Now, if you want to learn more ways to take your DJ skills to the next level, then I recommend you check out this video from me right here.